Aaron Barich, Brad Nelson, both of them 3-1. Infect versus Simic Urza. This is a once upon a time. That card's probably good in Infect.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Find one of your Infect creatures or Inkmoth Nexus? Sure. Or the Pendelhaven. Yeah, I like that. Gilded Goose here for Brad. Mishra's Bobble, another Bobble. Pass the turn back. Heading back over to Barich. She'll get a breeding pool with that Misty Rainforest. Now we untap and we draw. Blighted Spell Scout. I was expecting Blighted Agent. Maybe doing a little bit of setup.
Yep. Interested to see if Barich gets to any sort of payoff card here. Pretty well situated. The Spell Scout gives cover against a lot of interaction that Nelson can have, but Barich has to actually play something worth, you know, killing before it matters.
This is true. Oko has hit the battlefield. The Thief of Crowns makes a food token, passes the turn back. For Barich and Oko of her own make a food token, pass the turn back. One thing that Emma Handy had mentioned to me before the tournament started, as she's also playing Infect this weekend, is Oko allows you to go to normal damage beatdowns rather easily, which makes a lot of sense.
Yep. I'm sure it's good against all manner of sideboard plans against you.
Yeah.
You load up on cheap creatures, you have some explicit anti-infect sort of a thing. Oko works around all of that, either presenting regular damage or shutting off opposing text boxes.
Gilded Goose is going to sacrifice a food. This is an Urza. Here comes a Construct. And Nelson is doing rather well for himself. Nelson's going to take a Spellskite and give away an Astrolabe. What a deal. Now, fortunately for Barich, she has an Oko of her own, and that can turn Spellskite into an Elk and solve that problem. Spellskite, a card that was very difficult for Infect to beat. Did you not notice that?
I mean, it's a little rough. You got a lot of pump spells. Spellskite's good against that.
I guess Tradesy Backsies? Okay. Tradesy Backsies. Take that Spellskite. Here's a food token. All right. Don't see that every day.
Please get one of these Okos off the battlefield.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Is this your first time covering Old Broco?
Both in play at the same time? I think so.
Okay. Oh, buddy, you haven't covered a standard tournament in a long time.
I have not.
Oh, buddy. Here's an engineer.
I don't care who does it, but one of you needs to get the others off the table.
Well, now that food's an Elk.
Yeah, all right.
And now we're going beatdowns.
And Barich can't fetch up a Dryad Arbor. She's only got the potentially one blocker there, so we're in the clear.
Inkmoth Nexus, pass the turn. Nelson will make a food. And now we're going to blow up the EE, and Nelson will untap and draw.
So at this point, all Brad really has to do is cover himself from getting punked out. Got a flyer back on defense. But for this position, of all you basically have going on is whatever on the battlefield, Barich can win pretty easily from here. A Distortion Strike and then some pump spells.
It doesn't take much.
Does not take much. For as dominating as Brad's position appears to be, Barich can still get out from under this.
Well, Barich can win very quickly, whereas Brad, well, he's got to close out very quickly, and that means maybe turning some things into some Elks, and let's try to get this darn game over with. And that's, I think, oh, he's going to make a food token now. This Construct and the Elk are going to attack. But I think that's the plan here. And do a quick count of the artifact and say, I need to get this game over with. Let's see if I can do that. I will note that for a very long time, I did not know Gilded Goose had flying.
Yeah. It does have its wings unfurled in the artwork.
Look, yeah, I get that. It's on me. It's on me. Also, geese can fly, so it just kind of makes sense. But I did not put the pieces together right away, as that is a breeding pool off of the wooded foothills for Aaron Barich.
Source and strike.
It's over! Might of old Croza. Uh-oh.
I assume Brad's just trying to spin something up here with Urza in response.
Spin what up?
The cryptic?
Cryptic? What you trying to spin up? Nelson? This is a groundswell? Nah.
Ain't it?
That ain't it. Aaron Barich going to win game number 1 over Brad Nelson. In fact, up a game over Simic Urza. Sideboards real quick. Brad's got 3 Damping Spheres, 1 Mycosynth, 2 Drown in the Lock, 2 Assassin's Trophy, and then Staring Bridge of Tormod's Crypt, a Pithing Needle, 2 Fatal Push, 2 Thoughtseize.
I want the cards that interact. Fatal Push, Assassin's Trophy, Drown in the Lock, possibly Thoughtseize as well.
That's about
Stuff that plays to the battlefield.
For Aaron Barich, she's up a game. She's got 3 Veil Summer. Legal play.
Permitted maneuver.
Legal play. 2 Oko, Thief of Crowns. A Spell Skite, 2 Nature's Claims. A Spell Pierce, 2 Ceremonious Rejection and Distortion Strike. 2 Mystical Dispute, a very popular sideboard card this weekend, and a Dismember.
Mystical Dispute, very good here.
Yes.
Veil, probably good here. Nature's Claim.
Good against cards.
Good against cards. The joke is good against, blue and black cards, but it's also good against other cards that are not blue and black.
That's true.
Dismember, I suppose, you could bring in, try to fight over Urza. There's a question of how much does Barich want to dilute her deck in general, so you want to keep it pretty tight here, but she got maybe 5 or 6 cards in the sideboard you can justify bringing in.
Couple goodies. Let's watch game number 2 between Nelson and Barich. Looks like Nelson taking a mulligan, happy enough with the hand. Mystic Sanctuary enters the battlefield tapped, bobble, and pass. Windswept Teeth and Barich down to 17. And Once Upon a Time, well, that's cute. Find a Noble Hierarch or Glistener Elf, sure. Pendlehaven? Okay. Maybe setting up for a turn 3 kill. Going to lead things off with a Noble Hierarch, Will Barich. That's an Engineered Explosives. Pendlehaven is the land. Attack for 1. Pass back. Nelson doesn't have anything going on. Here's another attack for 1. Playing Ink Moth.
And potentially representing lethal as early as next turn.
Well, shields are ultimately down.
Bow, 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 bow.
Yep, show you